next three items are related to Blue Point Brewery. All of this is part of a due diligence that they do with the hope and preparation of possibly moving into what's now Briarcliff, which had been Sweezy's, which for 100 years before that had been a mill. So each of these pieces is part of what they need to do to get to that end. And the first is to request approval to accept a traffic impact assessment for the Blue Point Brewery Company West Main Street project prepared by LK McLean Associates, PC as presented. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Brady Bias with LK McLean Associates. I think you all have copies. You dropped off. What we do in a traffic impact study for any type of project is to assess both the impact on the roadway capacity, or potential impact on the roadway capacity surrounding the site, and also any safety impacts in terms of the potential to increase accidents. For the brewery, I think you all know it's moving into an existing building with very little footprint expansion, and actually square footage is going to be less than what's out there right now. But what we did is on September 16th, we conducted traffic counts at key intersections around the brewery site, basically surrounding them. 3 on, I'll call it County Road 19. It's County Road 19 in Waverly, which is the existing roundabout. County Road 19 at the access to Briarcliff College building, and also the YMCA, which is a traffic signal. The Lake Street intersection on County Road 19, which is the unsignalized intersection that's channelized for all those turns. County Road 19 at Main Street and West Avenue on the south side. Montauk Highway or Main Street at the offset intersection of River and Waverly Avenue, and also the unsignalized access onto Main Street from the site. So we got all the existing traffic counts, and these are all turning movements at all these intersections. We have a program that determines the intersection capacity based on that. The results basically are most of these intersections operate well, except for the roundabout, which doesn't operate too well. But what we want to do, and we do it in terms of level of service, which is like a report card, A through F, how the intersection operates. And it's basically what, like a report card you would get in school, A being excellent, B being very good, C satisfactory, D being barely passing, E is an extra level for traffic engineers, E is when the intersection becomes at its capacity, and F is failure or breakdown. Most of these intersections operate at level service B. There's one that's at level service C. So that's the existing conditions. I should note that it was a Friday when those were taken, so we were looking for, in the most recent period, at least a time period that would have heavy traffic volume, so we could assess kind of almost a worst case on a Friday afternoon. So we do that existing capacity, and we take the traffic generated by the proposed development. And in this case, we ignored the fact that there is some development on the site. So we just took the traffic counts, which includes traffic from Briarcliff College and the 2 shops or the 2 retail businesses that are within the building, and we added the traffic for the brewery as if it was a new use and was going to be on top of all the existing uses. So it's conservative. Based on the numbers provided by Anheuser-Busch in terms of number of employees and truck trips per week, we determined what the impact would be in the peak hour. We always look at the peak hours and levels of service as far as traffic impact. And the results of that are that there's no deterioration in level of service. We also compute the average increase in vehicle delay with the additional traffic. And the worst case at any intersection, increased vehicle delay, is an average of 2 seconds per vehicle, which is basically insignificant. So we determined that there was no significant impact on traffic capacity with the proposed project. And I should mention, we didn't deduct anything that was out there already going in and out of the building. In terms of safety, we obtained 3 years worth of accident data, most recent 3-year period from the state DOT. And we examine that to see if there's any trends or anything going on in the area, not necessarily as a result or potential result of this development, but just anything that's going on that could be corrected. A couple of trends that we did identify are that there's a decent number of right angle accidents at the Lake Street intersection, County Road 19. That's the channelized intersection. This project would not, because of this very, very small increase in traffic volumes, would not worsen that condition. And in fact, we understand that the county is proceeding with a project to construct a roundabout at that location. The number of right angle accidents is, a concern at a stop sign because they can be pretty severe with a through vehicle hitting a vehicle who's ignoring the stop sign. The roundabout will help in terms of safety because accidents that are right at a roundabout are emerging type accidents and they're done at low speed. So they're basically fender benders and they don't usually result in personal injury, which a right angle accident could and could be severe. The other accident trend we identified was that there were a couple of pedestrian accidents at the Main Street, County Road 19, West Avenue intersection. Both involve pedestrians either not crossing the crosswalk or ignoring the pedestrian signals there. What we thought would be good, since this project would generate pedestrian traffic to and from the part of the village, that the applicant should, as part of this project, upgrade the pedestrian signals there to a countdown type, which display the number of seconds you have to cross the street. So again, that's not really related to this project, but we feel that there's a potential for increased pedestrian traffic to and from the site and the heart of the village, so that would be a good improvement. Any questions?
Thank you very much. Motion to accept as presented.
Motion to accept as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.